You're watching CTOM TV. Knowledge is power.
Italy, what wants to know what are BRCA1 and 2?
Okay. So BRCA1 and 2 are the famous genes that we've heard so much about. Obviously, there was a case of Angelina Jolie, the famous actress, where she had a BRCA mutation. So BRCA are referred to as breast cancer type 1 and 2 susceptibility proteins. That's their generic name for it. And what they do is they're involved in repairing double-stranded breaks in DNA. So as you notice in our picture behind us, DNA is a double-stranded helix. So there's one strand on the left and one strand on the right. And so when you get a break, that breaks one side, it has to be repaired by a set of genes. So when you get a break on both sides, then you're actually, your DNA, it's a very serious issue, and your DNA snaps right in half, and then your body has to come up with some sort of solution to repair it. So that is done by BRCA1 and 2. And so both of these participate in this process. It's called the homology-directed repair. And what happens here is the proteins, the BRCA1 and 2, along with a lot of other proteins, what they do is they take a sample from the intact sister chromatid, and they use that as a template to repair this break.
Okay.
So if you have a mutation in your BRCA1 or your BRCA2, then you have an 80% chance of developing breast cancer by the age of 90. So it's a long time, but it's a pretty high risk, 80% chance by the age of 90. And then if you have a BRCA1 mutation, then you have a 55% chance of developing ovarian cancer and 25% for BRCA2. So obviously BRCA1 are a little worse than BRCA2, but they're both bad. We see a lot of these mutations, and having those is, knowing that you have this is very important.
So BRCA1 is, it's functional. It's
a tumor suppressor.
Right.
BRCA1 and 2.
So you want it. You want these things, don't you? And you want them to be working properly.
Yes.
It's just if you have a mutation in them, then it's not a good
They're
thing.
not going to be working
so
properly.
Her question was, what are they? And they are BRCA1 and BRCA2 are tumor suppressor genes.
Right.
So they help to stop the cancer from starting.
Right. They repair damaged DNA.
So if you have
preventing mutations.
Got it. So if you have a mutation, as you were saying, one of those strands isn't quite working.
Okay. Well, I think it's important to understand, as I mentioned a little earlier, a mutation is what the consequence is after DNA repair. A lot of people don't understand that. It's an important point.
Okay, well, why don't you go over
it? It is the product. Well, I did a little earlier, yes. But I'll repeat again.
Thank you.
So after your body tries to repair the damaged DNA, if it can't repair it, then it puts in whatever it can, the duct tape process, where it repairs it like a swimming pool that has a hole in it. It patches it up with duct tape. So it puts whatever's there, and sometimes it can be a benefit, and sometimes it can be a damaging effect. And a lot of times it doesn't change the protein. But a mutation is a consequence of a DNA repair process.
I see. So, okay.
So it's after the fact, after this process has tried to fix the DNA and it has done what it can.
And you referenced Angelina Jolie because her mom died of breast cancer,
and she has the BRCA.
That mutation.
Yes.
That's right.
So her body has a mutation in her BRCA1 genes, and that means those genes can't functionally fix DNA as it's being copied. So what that means is, as her cells age and copy themselves, when mutations occur, they can't be fixed. So she gets this accumulation of mutations over her lifetime that can lead to cancer.
Thank you for watching CTOM TV. Subscribe below and stay informed.